Alright, what I got going on is I'm going to do some replacement parts on my Arsenal SGL 26 rifle. Right now it's in its base form as it is right there, and I will be installing the Magpul Zhukov buttstock, the Magpul Mo AK Plus grip, and I'm going with a bottom rail and a railed gas tube, and this is fairly new products from SLR Rifle Works. This is the 13.5-inch key mod, mod A, and it's not the light version because I did want the forward Picatinny and the QD holes on this, so this is what I went with. This is kind of like the Ultimac, I guess. Well, it's kind of like the Ultimac, except for it's made by SLR. It's a gas tube, replaces the gas tube on this, and it's railed. So we'll go ahead and do an install on this and take a look after. Alright, we're going to go ahead with the installations. What I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to do a field strip and just do the stock and grip first, and then we'll get on to the fore end of it. This is a new rifle, and new rifles, if you have a new rifle, they're kind of difficult to get apart. A lot of things are kind of need a little extra coaxing. So I'm also going to fast forward through some of the video here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, check the weapon. I've checked it prior and it's clear. So I'm going to do a basic field strip of it. I'm not going to talk too much about how to do that. There's other videos people have out there that describe that. That's the basic field strip right here to get to these two screws for the buttstock. I'll go ahead and fast forward through some of these parts just so you don't have to watch it, but these two screws right here are going to come out. Alright, once these two screws are out for the buttstock, it'll allow the buttstock to come out. I don't have a vise, so I'm going to have to convince it on my own. You'll have to apologize. I'll have to apologize also if it starts raining. I might have to pause because I'm in a greenhouse at one of our ranch locations, and this is not my normal workspace. So, alright, now that the buttstock is out, we'll go ahead and do the installation. The installation of the Magpul one. It comes like this. I took the top screw out already. That came installed when it was in there. That holds in the QD, but it needed to come out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, drop in that screw and this wedge plate right here. As you start screwing into the receiver, it'll start wedging and putting tension on the stock. So the nut goes on the screw and just snug it just slightly so it stays, the screw stays on there. I mean the nut stays on there. Okay, from there go ahead and install that stock in. You'll leave it folded. Install the stock. This screw with the gold washer on it installs in the front slot. Go ahead and tighten that down. Or just kind of snug it to hold it in place. I'm not going to torque it yet. Okay, and then this backing plate here goes underneath, and there's a groove that it sits in right there. Now I'm going to torque this inner screw to get this attachment to give me some pressure inside here. Alright, now that I got the correct size wrench, I'm going to go ahead and put the final torque on these screws. The torque spec, I believe, is 30 to 40 inch-pounds, which is about 3 to 3.5 foot-pounds of torque. If you need a torque wrench to accomplish that. Alright, and that's it. That's the Zukov stock. That's the installation. It's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. It is a right side folding stock. You could still have access to the trigger if you wanted to shoot it folding. The safety is a little bit more difficult to get to. I suppose you could, though. One other thing, left-sided folder, a lot of them, if you have this accessory rail or the optic rail on the weapon itself, it can, get in the way of that. So that's it. That's the Zukov stock. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Nice positive click, positive opening, stays in position, and locks up pretty easily. Locks up pretty tight also.